Right, if you've been listening to Auto Off Topic and Scale Autocast, I've been talking about this 850 Tamiya TA02 FF01 kit that I had growing up. So yeah, it's front wheel drive. That's the little gearbox there. This kit I got, it's from 96. I got this when I was, I think 11 as a birthday present. I just really wanted an RC car, and I was obsessed with touring cars, especially the Volvos. And I mean, this was a hot thing in the late 90s, was touring cars, and also it was taking over RC. This kit is interesting because a lot were four-wheel drive, but Tamiya loves to give you the scale driving experience. So this is a front motor, front-wheel drive kit based on the TA02. And unfortunately, I don't know why, in my 20s, I just was like, needed to clean out stuff out of my parents' house, and I just gave this kit away. I kept the box and the body, but I gave the chassis away for some reason, and I clearly regretted it. And I turned 40 this year, and my co-host Brad bought me a TT01 Tamiya kit, which comes with that Celica body. And I built that, and I was like, well, I'm back in RC. So I nostalgia bought a modified TA02 FF01 from Japan, because I had some of these parts. Like I had this heatsink, I had some aluminum control arms. I didn't have that cool carbon chassis that this one has, but this one has some damage. Somebody, looks like they drove it into a curb or something and destroyed this cool aluminum front piece. I didn't have this. This, I think, is super expensive. I just had aluminum control arms. Actually, the GPM one's different than this. But I was going to sort of make my dream build FF01 now out of this one. And people 3D print parts to replace this stuff. And I was like, all right, that's kind of interesting. And then the same seller on eBay a few weeks ago had this FF01 pop up, and it's like in mint shape and basically as stock as it gets. Like, this is basically, if you built one out of the box, this is what it looked like. This even has the bushing still in it, and it barely looks like it was even run. Yeah, it's got a few scuffs, but maybe it was run on carpet or something. I don't know. This is in super nice shape. So I'm kind of torn now whether I want to take this one apart for parts. I might leave this one together as a perfectly stock one, and I'll try to find another parts one for this one. I did find a TA01 that had the aluminum control arms on that I used to have, so I'm going to steal some of this stuff off of this one because this one's pretty beat up, but I wanted the aluminum parts, so maybe I'll swap them over to this car. And then I found these would have been the original wheels that came on the kit. I was missing them. I used them eventually, and they just get beat up, and they probably got broken or something, and I got rid of them. So I found some new ones. Luckily, Tamiya still makes them. They still make their basic racing slicks, and there it is. And I started to, put them on. They don't even come with foams originally, but just like, sorry, putting them on here. I'm trying to do this one-handed. I don't know if I can, but once they're on, let's see, there it is. Like, starting to put those on. This was like getting real nostalgic feels here. So that's pretty cool. I think I'm just gonna use this one as a shelf model because it's in such nice shape. I kind of don't want to run it. This one I think I'm gonna make into my ultimate dream build now that I'm an adult, because it came with some other stuff. Like I definitely had these adjustable springs, or these springs had different spring rates depending on the color. There was a 3-spring set, 3 pairs of springs. It's missing the yellow ones, but I'm going to start looking for more FF01 parts, used stuff, new stuff, whatever it's on eBay. Try to build a cool version of it. But this one's going to go on the shelf, and I still have the original body that I did with all my little mistakes and crinkles and stuff. This is my 11-year-old self doing a body for the first time. Came out pretty good, I think. But, you know, I'll get that on the shelf. It'll look a lot cooler when I'm done. But that's what I've been up to.